Simon Alexander Skywalker Sharp. This is your life, and what a life. You first showed your talent to entertain as a child, learnt your craft in repertory theatre, and even made it to Broadway. Not only that, you fitted in a burst of pop stardom, 2 Motor World series, several books, and regular newspaper and magazine columns. You've also managed to fit in a spell in Bradford's red light district. All at a high price, of course. By your early 30s, you'd had 3 heart attacks, 2 marriages, and lost £10 million. But let's keep it positive. You were born in Chelsea General Hospital on the 28th of December, 1973. You're the only child of businessman father, Andrew, and the First Lady of Chelsea, Catherine Wilson. You were very advanced for your age. You learned to talk before you could walk, and by the time you were 15 months old, you could recite all known nursery rhymes word perfect. One of your proudest possessions was the Ladybird Book of Girls, which you knew by heart. And Passion for Girls was in fact recorded on film, as we see here. You're a live wire at primary school, and you develop a fascination for girls, often taking them apart and rebuilding them. But after 2 years of therapy, you got it more or less under control. Despite all those problems, it's age 11 that you join the juniors of the all-girl Edgbaston Church of England College. There you show talent as an artist. Now, here's an example of your work. You star in school plays in roles that range from an angel to a character called Bimbo Farringdon. Taking part in school plays fires your ambition. At the age of 14, you audition for a nationwide tour, topping the bill in a show that includes a promising group of lads from Liverpool. You become friendly with the Beatles. In fact, John Lennon told you that he'd written a song specially for you. I am the Eggman. You leave school for a variety of office jobs, but you have your heart set on a musical career. But when you're at the top, there is only one way to go, and the scene goes cold for you at home. Groups are suddenly the in thing, and the solo singers are out. So with your musical career shelved, you go to Loughborough College to study physical education and girls. And then in August 1982, an article appears in the Evening Post announcing that flagship production company, Wizard Video Productions, were looking for someone with brains and beauty. With typical confidence, you ask for a tryout, and out of more than 3,000 who apply, you are the one who's chosen. You do corporate videos and TV commercials, and you pop up occasionally in hit shows like London's Burning. But when you're at the top, there is only one way to go. You're working as hard as ever and drinking as hard as ever when your hectic lifestyle catches up with you. You collapse at the Crystal Palace Bowl, suffering from a heart attack. And now the story gets really good. While in hospital, you meet 4 people who would have some influence on your future career. Melvyn Bragg, Uri Geller, Timmy Mallet, and your inspiration, the Oscar-winning director and symbol of respectability, Tom Jenkins. It was the beginning of a friendship that's remained strong to this day. A year later, you quit Wizard, and you and Tom devise your own production company. You call yourselves the Yellow Feet. But when you're at the top, there is only one way to go. After the dust settles, you make a dramatic change of gear. You find yourself booked into nude shows with titles like Bearskins and Blushes. And then in 1990, you were invited to take part in the first series of the cult program Big Brother, where you realised one of your own fantasies and became a Big Brother housemate.
It means more to girls to have a bathroom, doesn't it?
Now, you were a bit of an entrepreneur, according to your Auntie Elsie. And here's a bit of television history.
Motorbike enthusiast and former milkman Simon is next into the den. He's one of those lucky entrepreneurs who's managed to transform a personal passion into a money-making business, and he hopes the Dragons will recognise its potential.
OK, Simon, I'm really sorry. I'm out.
It's not an investment for me, so I'm out. I'd love to be your friend, but I'm not going to make any money. I'm out.
Now, the late 90s, you seek new inspiration. You abandon the familiar warmth of England for the roar of the California freeway. It was the decade of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Ever since the days when your grandmother used to take you to see Doris Day films, you've always wanted to act on screen. You land the role that you've always wanted, T.J. Hooker. So here's a selection of your other roles. Your appearances in thrilling films are few and far between, but your skill with the sword and your burly physique bring you bookings as a stuntman in dozens of films and TV shows. In an action-packed career, you've taken part in every type of fight sequence, from Shakespearean rumbles in Romeo and Juliet to dust-ups in Doctor Who. You've crossed swords with some fine actors in some elegant surroundings.
That's the way it goes in the city of Compton, boy.
By the time you got back to England, you were seriously ill. You were taken into intensive care with a life-threatening combination of alcohol and McNuggets. You're down, but not quite out. You have 2 failed marriages, a tide of debts, and you're still drinking heavily when you meet Jess Andrews. Newspapers once called you the wild man of Chelsea, but you've mellowed a bit due to the influence of 40,000 strippers. But for all that time, there's only been one leading lady in your life. Jess finally accepted the latest of your many proposals of marriage, and on the 19th of March, I married at Chelsea Register Office near Hampton Wick. You had booked the bridal suite at the Dorchester, and you hurried to get there before 10 o'clock. Happy ending. Your story has taken us around the globe tonight, from Malaysia to Hollywood, from Broadway to the West End. Simon Alexander, Skywalker Sharp. This, so far, is your life.